So I'd say I'm currently on the fence about signing Amrabat permanently for next season. I think if he was at United permanently, I'd definitely keep him, but I'm still not sure whether paying the £21 million fee to sign him permanently is the best option available. But first, let's look at his FB ref report just to get a statistical look at how good he's actually been for United this season. So in the Premier League this season, in the just under 1,000 minutes that Amrabat has played, you can see that he's a fantastic retainer of possession, especially when it comes to his long passing, where he ranks in the top 1% of Premier League midfielders for his long pass completion rate, whilst also sitting in the 89th percentile for his passes into the final third and the 82nd for his overall progressive passes as well. From his Fiorentina days, we already know how good Amrabat is in possession, particularly via his passing. The weakness in his game, however, is definitely his press resistance when he's receiving the ball with his back to goal under pressure, as he can be rather clunky and doesn't have the same sort of fluidity that Mainu has when it comes to turning quickly out of pressure and driving forward. However, I wouldn't say that he's a liability in the build-up phase, with his bounce passes and overall ability to move the ball quickly being very good, and you can also see statistically that he provides a lot of switches of play, something that is quite an underrated attribute for central midfielders to have, as having a player with this ability in the deeper part of the system provides you with an outlet to shift the ball quickly directly from one side to the other and take advantage of the space on the opposite side. But defensively is where he excels, having the athleticism that Casemiro has lost, and overall reminding me a lot of someone like Francis Coquelin, someone who can cover ground efficiently, robust and strong in the tackle, and as his FB ref report shows, not only does he complete a high volume of tackles, ranking around the 90th to 95th percentile range for the amount of dribblers he has tackled and challenged, but also ranking in the 78th percentile for the percentage of those dribblers he's tackled as well. But before I analyse Amrabat further and come on to some alternatives, if you like me are excited for the upcoming Euros, check out Jersey FIFA. They've got all the Euro 2024 jerseys, the new season jerseys when they are released, as well as retro club and international jerseys as well. If you use code Atlantis at checkout, you'll get a discount. A link will be in my Instagram bio, which will be linked in the description. So whilst Amrabat is certainly tidy in possession and can use his close ball control to be a pressing player, this definitely isn't his game, and he doesn't really have the fluidity in his movement to be a ball carrier through the centre of the pitch, at least in congested zones anyway, as he is capable of driving through the centre of the pitch when the space is there. But we can certainly see the disparity in Amrabat's game when it comes to passing and ball carrying, because his ball carrying numbers are certainly a lot lower. But once you factor in Amrabat's positional versatility, work rate and overall attitude, I think you can see how he could be a valuable member of a Champions League level squad. But I just don't see him being a starter for United, and that's a sticking point. Ideally, even if you are bringing in a central midfielder who initially isn't going to be a starter, you either want them to be cheap enough to where signing them doesn't eat up a significant proportion of the budget, or has the potential to develop into a player who is capable of being a starter. Amrabat is 27, soon to be 28, and so he is at the age where he is close to his ceiling. Now don't get me wrong, he can definitely improve even when he gets into his 30s, but I just don't see him ever being the player that you'd have confidence in being a starter for United over the course of a long period. If he was say 23 or 24, and so would retain his value, or was available on a free or for below £10 million, I think I'd probably do the deal. But I just think for an extra £10 to £15 million, you can get a much better central midfielder. And so in short, if Amrabat was signed permanently, I would say it's a good addition to the squad, but I just don't think it's a A-grade signing, more like a C grade I'd say.